This is a B103.9 special presentation.
Friday night lights up bright, crowd roars, Wildcats inside. On the field we stand so tall, hear the cheer, we own it all. Jackson calls the game, every play we stay calm clean. B103.9 on air, fight on, Wildcats show no fear. Go Wildcats, fight on to victory, hearts are wild, spirits free. Every game we play will be champions of Evart High, you'll see.
Welcome to Evart Wildcat Football, exclusively on B103.9. Brought to you by Worth Landscaping, Big Rapids Roofing, Extremely Clean, QB Propane, Northland Federal Credit Union, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop, Ice Mountain Spring Water, Lang Mechanical Heating and Cooling, Waldron Well Drilling, AJ's Event Center, Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures, RCB Contracting, The Ina Store, Evart Dairy Whip, Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, and now, Evart Wildcat Football.
Go Wildcats, fight on to victory, hearts are wild, spirits free. Every game we play will be champions of Evart High, you'll see. Champions of Evart High, you'll see.
Coming to you live just off the shores of Muskegon Lake. It's playoff time here in North Muskegon as the Evart Wildcats take the trip south for their district semifinals matchup against the North Muskegon Norsemen here on this beautiful, crisp Friday evening. I'm Jackson Heyden, the voice of the Wildcats, and I'm excited to bring you another presentation of Evart football here this evening on B103.9. Well, if you like exciting football games that include a comeback walk-off win, then last week Friday night was the game for you as Evart took the bus ride to Harrison to take on the Hornets in the regular season finale. The Wildcats knew that they were in for a tough one as Harrison was coming off of their first loss of the season. Things got a little tougher when Evart quickly found themselves down 14-0 within the first 5 minutes of the game. Heyden Anderson continued his phenomenal junior season as he and his partner in crime, Lucas Johnson, got heated up quickly as Anderson was able to find Johnson in the back of the end zone to pull the game within one score late in the first quarter. Anderson continued to use his feet to move the Wildcats right down the field, where once he got to the end zone, Anderson found Dreisen Derscheid, who was wide open, to make it 14-13. The fade throws kept on coming as Anderson found Johnson at the back of the end zone for his second touchdown of the half. Right before the end of the first half, Anderson connected on a deep ball to Johnson, who was stopped instantly, but he pitched it out to Derscheid, who took it to the house to give the Wildcats a 27-20 lead going into the locker room. Evart added on to their lead as Anderson found Johnson one more time to push their lead to 34-20. Anderson found Derscheid one last time on a screen pass where it took a full extension dive for the pylon to give the Wildcats a 41-36 lead late in the game. Harrison then drove right down the field and scored, but failed on the two-point conversion, setting up the game for some late game dramatics as it was 42-41. Evart got the ball back with about 6.5 minutes on the clock and the ball on the 3-yard line, and the Wildcats then drove down the field, and with 2 seconds remaining on the clock, Dreisen Derscheid nailed a 16-yard field goal to win the game in dramatic fashion, 44-42, to clinch the school's 5th consecutive playoff berth. Well, earlier this week, I sat down with the head coach of the Wildcats, Ben Bryant, to talk about the exciting game that last week was, but also to go over what they're going to do to prepare for this week's first-round matchup against North Muskegon. Thanks again for joining me again this week. Let's start with the play that secured you and your boys a spot in the playoffs. Dreisen Derscheid nailed a 16-yard field goal with 2 seconds left on the clock to win the game against Harrison, 44-42. How important is it to have a guy like him where you can depend on him in those situations, especially at a level where not everyone has a great kicker like Dreisen is?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great tool for us on offense. If we get stuck in the red zone in important spots like that where we either don't have time or don't have the ability to punch it in against the team, we can get 3 points. And Dreisen's been basically automatic for us this year in those positions. He had a game winner last year for us also, and we just know that the pressure does not get to him when it comes to kicking. Like, he thrives in that. He dreams about that, and never lets the situation get too big for him.
I mean, props to you. I think you pretty much had everybody, including myself, juked out into what you were going to do there. I have known all season long that Dryson's been a good kicker, but even in that moment, I forgot that you had Dryson as a kicker. And so, I mean, it was a lot of fun to watch. And, coming up against North Muskegon, we'll get into North Muskegon and how they are, but, I mean, do you expect to use them on a little bit more field goal attempts, especially if trips to the red zone stall out? I mean, you haven't had as many stall outs over the last couple of weeks, but there's been times throughout this year where you guys have stalled out in the red zone, and in the playoffs, I mean, you're going to need points.
Yeah, our offense is really good, but it gets a little clammed up when we get down inside the 10-yard line. Our running backs are not real big guys, and so to put their head down and just burst through is not kind of their forte. They're more speed and hit the edge with some power, and then just use their quickness inside. With our struggles there, we've kind of went away from going to field goals because we want to score points for the regular season. But like you said, you get into tight games against good teams like Harrison and who we'll see this week with North Muskegon, and you got to take the points when you get the chance.
Another big thing, a big part of the game last Friday night were penalties. Multiple penalties that killed drives, but also other penalties that it didn't matter as much because you guys scored on what felt like the very next play. I mean, however, it's not always going to be that easy for you guys to score, on that next play or two. I mean, how does one fix an issue as this, and has it been becoming a bit of a concern for you as of late?
The penalties are always things that drive coaches nuts. I think that there were a few calls that were kind of phantom, but they're both phantom on both sides of the ball. I think that if you talk to Harrison's coach, they would say the same thing about some of the calls on them last week. Mm-hmm. The penalties, they need to be cleaned up, but we went back and watched them with our guys on the plays that they went, and it was kind of something that could be called on every single play, but they just happened to call it on that play. Right. So I'm not too worried about it. In the playoffs, you typically get a little bit more well-trained and how about this, just better officiating too.
Yeah.
Which sure helps.
That's true, because they definitely go down to a bit of a rating system when it gets to the playoffs. One of the most impressive performances I saw from you guys last week was the way the defense stepped up after falling down to 14-0 deficit early in the game. What adjustments did you guys make early in that game? Because when Harrison went out for their third possession, the defense looked completely different, even more so dominant.
I don't know if I'd ever call our defense this season dominant by any means. I mean, we won the game, but we gave up 42 points for crying out loud. So, but there were some minor adjustments, but really it was more of a mental state adjustment than it was, moving guys around or calling a different style of defense. It was just kind of getting them mentally in the game a little bit more. We kind of started the game a little slow, but we were missing one of our key contributors to the season, and really two of them for that first quarter. And I think it had the guys a little bit down, and man, we put ourselves into a big hole that we didn't need to be in, but I was proud of us for persevering through.
Yeah, and heading into this week against North Muskegon, last year they were a team that were, they fell to Menominee, after a deep run in the playoffs. I mean, what do you guys have to do to prevent falling down deep into a hole? Because we saw a game like last week similar to the game in McBain. I mean, you guys fell short of tying the game late. Last week you guys came through, you won the game. How do you keep it so you're not falling into those holes deep, and you guys can just at least not keep pace, but maybe set your own pace to the game?
You're exactly right. It's going to be important that we come out kind of like we did against Houghton Lake and set the tone right away. North Muskegon's a good football team. I don't know if they're the best football team we've seen this year, but they're a darn good football team. And you can't let good football teams get out ahead of you right away, and they're not going to, let you come back into it. So it's going to be really important that we set the tone immediately.
Yeah, and now moving on to this week. I mean, first off, congratulations on leading your first team into the playoffs. I mean, how does it feel to have clinched that first postseason berth, and what about this season has really stuck out to you?
It felt great last week. It not only felt great because it kind of secured us for sure being in instead of being on the bubble, but it felt good for our kids to beat a really solid team and kind of do it without one of our main dudes out there also. So that was awesome. And as a coaching staff, it was great. It was great to see the seniors step up, and some new leaders kind of come through too.
You guys play North Muskegon, a team that has been, as we just mentioned, they've been one of the better teams in Division 7 this year. I mean, they entered Friday night's game 8-1 on the season, and their only loss was a 1-point loss to Paloma Westphalia, who's another really good team in this division that bounces between 7 and 8. I mean, what's one big thing that you feel like this team as in your team, has changed since last year's first round loss to Muskegon Catholic?
We're a little bit more dynamic in the run game this year than we were last year. Last year, we still threw the ball really good. Obviously, we set some state record stuff last year with our quarterback. But the added running from our quarterback this year is huge. Also, it looks like we're going to have good weather on Friday. And last year, with our style of offense, if you get rain, snow, sleet, and it's coming down sideways, makes it awful hard to throw the ball around, and that's what happened to us last year, and the weather looks good this year.
So looking at the tape, North Muskegon is an offense similar to what you guys run. A lot of scrambling, a lot of short throws with the occasional deep ball. Your defense hasn't seen the pass a ton this year, but when they do, they've been pretty successful. That's including 6 interceptions and 3 fumbles. I mean, is this something where, and I know most of the guys that play offense are also on defense, but you guys try to run a practice squad of your playbook to help simulate what your defense is going to see on Friday night?
Yeah, not saying that we can replicate the bodies that North Muskegon has and the athletes that they have, but replicating their plays is really easy, like you said, because our offenses are so similar. They run all the same formations that we run, a lot of the same run scheme also. So, us trying to run a scout team wing T is tough for us compared to running a scout team spread. Mm-hmm. So that's been helpful this week.
Yeah, for sure. And, lastly, Evart historically, and this is dating back to 2005, which is the furthest back I could find, but the school in itself has played 2 games against Muskegon teams. It's an area that's always been really good at football. Evart is 0-2 all time with losses against Montague, and of course last year with Muskegon Catholic. I mean, how does your boys get the first win against a Muskegon team all time and then go into next week facing a team that you are we don't know what that team would potentially be, but it's going to be a team that you guys are familiar with and, potentially start a deep run into the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't know if, it's a Muskegon team has anything to do with it. I think that has very little to do with it. I think the fact that those are 2 pretty solid teams that we saw. Mm-hmm. And when you get to the playoffs, you're going to see solid teams every single week. Obviously next week, if we're good enough to get through this week, next week would be a game 2 against either one of the teams from the other side of the district.
As always, thanks to Ben for taking the time to talk to us throughout this week. Well, we're just minutes away from round one of the 2024 MHSAA football playoffs kicking off here in North Muskegon. The Wildcats seek their first playoff win since 2022, and for the Norsemen, they look to advance to the second round for the second year in a row. We'll be right back here after these few messages as you're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on WBZX Big Rapids.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Evart football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
Just like the Wildcats team, we know that hard work, dedication, and a little hometown pride can achieve amazing things. Ice Mountain is cheering on the Wildcats as they take the field tonight, and we invite you to join us in showing your support. At Ice Mountain, we're more than just a business. We are part of this community, and together, we win. Let's make some noise for the Wildcats.
Here on B103.9 as we get ready for round one of the MHSAA high school playoffs here between North Muskegon and Evart. And North Muskegon is our location for tonight. A beautiful Friday evening, 46 degrees here at kickoff. Wind coming in from the northwest. And Evart will be the ones kicking off to begin this ball game here in North Muskegon. Landon Grimm and Jaden Villalpando will be back deep to return here for the Norsemen. Bryson Dershine, the superstar from last night, will do a bit of an onside kick to get this game started, where North Muskegon will just make the catch and take a knee. And it'll be fielded right around the 46, 47-yard line. North Muskegon will be going left to right here to start this ball game. North Muskegon, a bit of a powerhouse over the last couple of years. They've been looking really, really good. 8-1 entering today's game, undefeated in conference play for the Norsemen. For the Wildcats, entering today 6-3, 4-3 in conference play. As we get ready to go here, and Bryce Colbert will be the quarterback. He's in the backfield. A couple of running backs to his beside him. Here we go. Colbert snaps the ball. He'll hand it off to his back. He runs towards the right side. Got a pretty big hole and picks up about 5 yards or so on the play. A decent pickup here to start their first play of playoff football. And the run is going to be a big key. Everett's going to have to try to find a way to stop this run. This run is something they have struggled with all season long against good teams and bad. Snaps the ball, runs it up towards the middle, and gets enough. It looks like he got right around the first down marker. And looks like they are going to give it to him, yes. Looked like it from up here in the box. So ball will be on the 43. Plus territory now for North Muskegon. Bryce Colbert gets the sign from the sidelines. Colin Bartos, the running back, in the backfield with him. Tristan Thomas as well. Colbert snaps the ball, hands it off to Thomas, who continues his hot start as he keeps running up the middle, breaks a couple tackles, across the 25 and down right in front of the 20. And another big pickup for North Muskegon as, once again, Evart starting out the strongest here against the run. They have tended to defend the run a little bit better against teams that are a little bit more competitive, if you will. And so far, Tristan Thomas and the rest of the gang doing really well. Colbert snaps the ball, fakes it off to his back. He rolls out to the left, throws left, and down the middle, and it's caught into the end zone. Touchdown, North Muskegon. Drew Bartos was patient, kept his eye on the ball, and caught it in the back corner of the end zone. Had Heyden Anderson trying to jump up for it, and a little bit of a premature jump from Anderson allows North Muskegon to get on the board first. So 6-0 here with 10:27 to go in the first quarter. So they're going to have to make some quick adjustments here on the sideline once they find that back. But North Muskegon, this is a powerful team. So here we go. They're going to line up for the kick here. Owen Booth, the kicker for North Muskegon. Cole Bartos places the ball down. The kick is up, and the kick is wide left, and it's no good. 6-0. North Muskegon leads here after the first offensive possession. 10:27 left to go in the first quarter. We'll take a 60-second break. We'll be right back. You're listening to B103.9.
Sir Heating and Air Conditioning cares about your peace of mind, and a Generac home standby generator will provide just that. One of the most frustrating and perhaps life-threatening events to happen to you and your family is loss of power. Maybe a few minutes, maybe a week or more. But take comfort that your Generac automatic home generator is always ready to provide all the power you need so that life goes on uninterrupted. And now Generac is adding 7 years to their usual 3-year warranty. That means 10 years of service as part of your generator purchase. Call Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, your Generac experts, at 989-598-0534. Rest easy with a Generac home standby generator at the ready from family-owned and operated Sir Heating and Air Conditioning in Remus, 989-598-0534.
Welcome back here on B103.9. 10:27 to go in here in the first quarter. 6-0 is our score. North Muskegon leads it as they get ready to kick it off here. Noah Vanderlyn will be back deep to receive. He has been out the last couple of weeks, and it's good to have him back. It kind of completes that trio, or the three-headed monster, rather, in terms of the receiving core that Evart has been able to roll out every week. So Everett's offense will now be tasked to try to keep pace with his high-powered North Muskegon offense. Booth comes up and will kick it away. And Brendan Magnuson is there, receives it, bobbles it just in front of the 30, down the left sideline, and pushed out of bounds right around the 40. And they'll have some decent field position to start their first offensive drive. And I think Evart might have been caught off sides a little bit. They haven't seen an actual kickoff in what has felt like 3 weeks from now. It was the battle of the onside kicks, if you remember, from a week ago against Harrison. And same thing with Houghton Lake a couple of weeks before that. So now we're ready to go. Aiden Anderson will be in the shotgun. You got Cameron Swills, the running back, in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers out to the right and 1 out to the left. Anderson Wildcats are moving right to left down the field. Anderson motioning Magnuson right to left. Hands it off to Swills, who runs it up the middle and is met instantly. Lost about a yard or 2 on the play, so it'll be second and 11 coming up here at the 39-yard line. And so the running game, you heard Ben Bryant talk about it. The run game, they don't have very big guys, so it's going to be hard to get by that big defensive line that North Muskegon rolls out there. Aiden Anderson in the shotgun once again, trips right, receiver out to the left. Cameron Swills to his left as well. Motions Swills out to the left. Anderson all by himself in the shotgun. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right, and he'll gun it deep down the right side. It's tipped up and hits the ground. Bryson Derscheid was there. He was double teamed on the play. Not a bad idea, but now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 situation on 39 here with 9:39 to go here in the first quarter for the Wildcats. So some big aggressive plays coming from the play calling here in the first couple of minutes of this game. First the onside kick to open up the game, and now the deep ball, the second play of the offensive drive. We'll see what they queue up here. 2 wide receivers on each side. Aiden Anderson is shotgun, who Cameron Swills back there as well. Swills moves out to his right. Anderson snaps the ball. Anderson's looking left, right. Some flags come in. And I think we got some early movement from the offensive line. We did, so this will march them back. So we'll bring up 3rd and 16 now. And, well, we saw this a handful of times last week up in Harrison. They had to complete a multitude of different deep 3rd down situations. We'll see what they queue up here. They were able to succeed on a bunch of them. So 2 wide receivers on each side. Cameron Swills in the backfield. There's Anderson in the shotgun formation. 9:37 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 North Muskegon lead. Swales moves to his right. Swales now moves out to the right side. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right. He's going to go throw deep, and it's tipped up and it hits off the top of one of the Norsemen's helmet and falls to the ground. Noah Vanderlyn was the intended target on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th and 16 here for the Wildcats. And we'll see what they intend on doing here. I haven't seen them punt the ball a whole lot over the last few weeks. This is definitely a situation where, well, I don't know how aggressive you want to be this early in the game. And this is exactly what they're doing. Bryson Derscheid comes onto the field now. He'll be the one to punt it away. Bit of a high snap. Ball is punted beautifully down the field, and it is picked up, and he slips on the pickup. It was Colin Bartos, and he'll start with the ball right around the 29-yard line, going left to right now for the Norsemen. 9:26 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 lead for North Muskegon as they try to make it a 2-possession lead here. Bryce Colbert back in that quarterback position. He is in the shotgun now. 2 wide receivers out to the left. 1 running back to his left and a tight end. Colbert pulls it, throws the screen out to the left, and it makes a couple defenders miss, cuts back to the right, and he's across the 40, 45, 50, 40, across the 35, and tackled down at the 30. Landon Grimm finding some open space on the opposite side of the field, and he takes it there. And it was kind of looked like a doom play here from the start. And now we got some whistles coming in. So it looks like sideline warning coming in against North Muskegon here. 9:11 to go here in the first quarter. Fresh 1st and 10 at the 30 as North Muskegon instantly flipped the field. Colbert snaps the ball, hands it off to his back, who runs it towards the right side, pushing his way off defenders across the 20, still not down, and is brought to the ground eventually in front of the 20. And they are just looking very powerful against this Evart defense. Looking very outsized right now is what this North Muskegon offense is against these guys. They're very big, a lot taller, a lot stronger. This North Muskegon football is a different breed of football. Colbert snaps the ball and will throw it quickly out to the left. It's a one-handed grab by TJ Byard, and he is whipped to the ground right around the 5, and that'll be a 1st and goal coming up here with 8:36 to go here in the first quarter. Byard with a nice one-handed grab to keep that play alive. Evart didn't look like they didn't have a whole lot of defenders out on that just one receiver. Well, this is what makes a good football team. You're able to run the ball well and pass the ball well, and if you can't defend it, then it's going to be tough as they try to hand it off to the back, who runs it towards the left side, and he's met instantly at the line of scrimmage. Maybe picked up a couple of inches, so it'll be 2nd and goal coming up here, 5 yards to the goal line. 8:08 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 North Muskegon lead. Muskegon trying to make it a 12-0 lead here if they can break the goal line once more. Evart last week against Harrison went down early 14-0 as well. But they're looking for a stop here. They'll have a couple of downs to try to do that. Colbert in the shotgun pitches it out to the right. And he's got some space, and he outruns the defenders and into the end zone. Touchdown, North Muskegon. And it makes it 12-0 with 7:34 to play here in the first quarter. Evart right now just looking very lost on defense. No answer really here. Had one really good stop there on 1st and goal, and other than that, it's probably the biggest positive play they've had up to this point in the game. So they'll line up for the extra point attempt here. Owen Booth will do the honors. Colin Bartos has the place down. The kick is up, and this time it is good. So 13-0 here for North Muskegon. And Evart has got a lot of work to do. This offense has got to keep pace. 7:34 to go here in the first quarter. We'll take a 60-second break. Listen to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Neptune's Ice Cream Shop in downtown Evart carries premium hand-dipped ice cream. With indoor seating, choose a single flavor or go wild for their waffle nachos or flights with 3 to 5 flavors of ice cream. They also offer mini donuts, milkshakes, and $5 to $12 lunch specials with wraps, tacos, sliders, chili, and dogs. Downtown Evart, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing,
where roofing meets community. Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Welcome back here on B103.9. 7:34 to play here in the first quarter. North Muskegon with a commanding lead here early, 13-0. And Evart will get ready to receive the ball here. Dryson Derscheid back deep to receive here. Owen Booth, the kicker, just redeeming himself on the PAT. Boots this one down to about the 20, where Brendan Magnuson is again. Magnuson will try to go to the other side of the field. He's got a block as he tries to get it down the 25, trying to get it to the 30, and it's pushed out of bounds. Pretty much stalled out right around the 25, and it'll be 1st and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. 7:25 to play in the first quarter, and now we're going to see what this offense has in store here. This offense that has done pretty well for themselves in terms of all season long being consistent, high-powered, scoring a ton, including 2 40-point games over the last 2 weeks. So the ball will be placed at the 26-yard line, going right to left. Anderson all by himself in the backfield, trips right, 2 receivers out to the left. Anderson motioning his receiver right to left. He'll hand it off. It's another flip, and it's thrown. And now they're going to have to scramble, and he'll try to throw it on the run where it's tipped up out of bounds. So they tried to cue up that trick play once again. A couple of flips in there. They queued that up on the first offensive play against Houghton Lake as we got an injured North Muskegon player down on the field. But they tried to cue that up a couple of weeks ago against Houghton Lake. And they connected with Lucas Johnson deep down the field, but it was a holding penalty that brought him back. At that time, the play just pretty much broke up, and Noah Vanderlyn couldn't find anybody downfield. So 2nd and 10 coming up here on the 27. 7:17 to play. 13-0 is our score. North Muskegon leads it. Round 1 of the MHSAA High School Football Playoffs. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a fun season. 6-3 Evart, 8-1 North Muskegon. Evart 0-2 all time against Muskegon County teams, so they're looking to try to break that streak here tonight. They got a lot of work if they want to try to do that here tonight. Aiden Anderson in the backfield, Swales with them as well. Anderson snaps the ball, handed off to Swales, and Swales can't get it back to the line of scrimmage on the far side of the field. He'll lose about a yard, so 3rd and 11 coming up here as this Evart offense has no answer right now. This Evart team in general, not a whole lot of answers. Last year it was a 2-point loss to Muskegon Catholic Central in round 1 of the playoffs. Aiden Anderson in the shotgun once again. Swales to his right. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. Tight end motioning left to right. Anderson. And now we're getting some stall out here. Now we're getting a couple more motions as Vanderlyn and Magnuson motion back to the left. So trips left now, 1 receiver out to the right. Anderson motioning Swales out to the right now. Anderson all by himself. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left, now rolling out to the right. Now has to cut back in, and he can't escape the pressure. Sacked at just about the 20-yard line. So Took a long time for them to set up that play, and it cost them quite a bit of yardage. So it'll be 4th and very long coming up, and I'm sure they're going to punt this one away. Not the start this offense has wanted. They have not had a back-to-back 3-and-outs to start the game all season long. And they're facing it. This ain't the Highland Conference no more. This isn't Northern Michigan football anymore. This is big boy football. And they got to try to find a way to combat this. At least now it'll be up to the defense coming up. High snap. And I'll try to punt it away. It's a short snap as it was blocked, and then it'll bounce out of bounds. Ball only traveling about 20 yards, so it'll be 1st and 10 coming up here with the ball placed around the 31, and they'll have 31 yards to go to the goal line. 5:22 to play here in the first quarter. North Muskegon looking to make it a 3-possession lead here on this offensive drive. This Evart defense desperately needing some sort of stop here, at least to try to slow him down in any way possible. So Colbert, that shotgun formation, and a running back to his behind. That's Colin Bartos. He'll hand it off to Bartos, who runs it up the middle, picks up a decent amount of yardage there. So 2nd and short coming up here. 5:20 to play here in the first quarter. It's starting to get ugly pretty quick here for Evart. They got to try to find a way. So here we go. Race Colbert. Colin Bartos behind him. That's the running back, receiver on each side. Colbert hands it off to the back, who runs it up the middle, cuts to his left, tries to cut back to the right, and is level just in front of the 10. And it'll be 1st and 10 coming up here for the Northmen. 4:51 to play here in the first quarter. A lot of big hits tonight on both sides, but big hits don't mean a whole lot on Everett's side if you can't stop the ball. And right now, North Muskegon, they're a big passing team, very similar to Evart, but they watched their tape real well. They figured out that the run defense is not very good for Evart, and they have been exposing that here in the first quarter. 4:26 to play in the first quarter. Tolbert hands it off, runs it up the middle, and is eventually met just in front of the 5. Colbert. 4:10 to play now here. 2nd and 4 here coming up at the 7. As they try to make it a 19-0 lead here. They can find the end zone once more. Race Colbert in the shotgun pistol formation. And we're going to get a timeout on North Muskegon as they try to get it right. So 3:44 to play here in the first quarter. North Muskegon lead it 13-0. They're threatening. We're going to take a 30-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
It takes knowledge and expertise to drill a well, and that's why folks around here trust Waldron Drilling, a 4th-generation family-owned business since the 1930s. Waldron Drilling can drill from 4-inch up to 24-inch wells, offering free estimates for new installations. Voted Osceola County's favorite well driller for the past 5 years. Quality, customer satisfaction, safety, and honest work. That's the Waldron way. Waldron Well Drilling of Evart at waldrondrilling.com or call 231-734-5168.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
Snaps the ball. He's rolling out to his right, and he'll throw it across his body. He's got a man, but he steps out of bounds at about the 5. Late hit comes in, and Lucas Johnson took a big one, and I believe that is going to be by Drew Bartos. A big hit on Lucas Johnson. Flags did come flying in. It was a late hit. The ball was already dead. It was a personal foul. North Muskegon, so I'll march the ball back. So a bit of a break here coming up for Evart. So it's going to be 3rd and 19 now for North Muskegon, and Evart have to find a way to get the stop here. They basically got a gift here. What are they going to do with it? 3rd and 19 on the 22 now. 3:38 to play in the first quarter, trying to prevent them going up 3 scores. Colbert in the backfield. He's going to roll out to his left, and he takes a hit, and the ball is caught and still not down. They miss a tackle, and did he get enough for the first down? Looks like he did. And man, Evart had an opportunity there and just could not get the stop. They had some decent pressure on Colbert there, and Colbert took a big hit. That didn't matter. They made the catch on the far side. So 3:28 here in the first quarter now. 1st and goal at the 3. Colbert, that pistol formation now. Bartos behind him. Colbert snaps the ball, hands it off to Bartos, so we'll just take a nice stroll up the middle, and we'll be into the end zone. Touchdown, North Muskegon. And 19-0 now here with 3:10 to play in the first quarter. And it is getting ugly pretty quickly here in Muskegon's north side. So Owen Booth now will line up for the extra point attempt. And if Everett's offense can't find a way to get going here, their next offensive drive, I mean, they're going to have to try to play for that name on their chest. The kick is up. Kick is good. 20-0 here in the first quarter with 3:10 remaining. North Muskegon leads it. Evart in a heap of trouble. They're going to have to try to figure it out. We'll be right back. Take a 60-second break. Listen to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Hometown store fixtures are as close as 11071 US 10 in Evart. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures not only helps with on-site store liquidations, they have store fixtures like used Lozier shelving, true self-contained coolers and freezers, and they provide delivery and installation, plus sell walk-in coolers and teardrop pallet racking. Supporting the local Evart community for years, both for local stores and the Evart football team. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures is a proud local supporter of the Evart football game broadcasts. Go Wildcats!
Let nothing stand between you and the tree stand with the fast, durable Kubota Sidekick. Featuring a gas-powered engine that delivers a top speed of 40 miles per hour, best-in-class acceleration and handling with cargo, and the strength to haul what needs hauling. All backed by a 2-year, 1,000-hour warranty. Get ready for hunting season with the Kubota Sidekick. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by the Ina store, your Cadillac area Kubota dealer in beautiful downtown Ina.
Owen Booth getting ready to kick it away here for North Muskegon. 20-0 lead for them. 3:10 to play in the first quarter. It's a nice kick down right to Brendan Magnuson, who's going to try to go to the other side, and he gets tripped up just in front of the 25. And that's exactly where the ball will be placed. So 1st and 10 at the 25, going right to left, and now Evert's offense is going to have to try to figure it out here. They have not done anything productive here so far. This North Muskegon defense has just stifled the Wildcats here, and it's not looking good here. 2 wide receivers on each side. Cameron Swills in the backfield for Heyden Anderson. Heyden Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right. He'll throw right on a curl route, and it's caught, and he'll push his way. I believe he is just short of the first down. Noah Vanderlyn gets his first reception in a matter of a couple of weeks. So 2nd and 2 coming up here for the Wildcats. 2nd and 1 correction at the 34. Heyden Anderson back in that shotgun formation. Swales back there, 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 out to the right. Lucas Johnson is the 1 out to the left. Anderson snaps the ball. He's rolling out to his left. He tries to cut, makes a couple defenders miss, and should get enough for the first down. He does. And the ball is going to be 1st and 10 coming up here at the 37-yard line. So the first down of the evening here for Evart. 2:20 to play here in the first quarter. And Evart, first time they've moved the ball really all night. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales to his right. Anderson snaps the ball and jabs, and there's a false start penalty. It comes in kind of late after the snap, and so this will move the ball back. And Everett's got to play a very clean game, especially now being down this early. 2:07 to play here in the first quarter. 1st and 15 now, so ball pretty much goes back to where it was to start this drive. Not quite, but almost. 2 minutes to play. Heyden Anderson now trying to find a way. Trips right, 1 receiver out to the left. Swales motions out to the right now, so now 4 receivers on the right side. Anderson snaps the ball, throws a screen out to the right, and Cameron Swales bobbles it, keeps up, stays on his feet, but he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of a lot. And so it should be about 2nd and 20 coming up-ish. We're going to keep you posted all night for the other side of the bracket. McBain and Harrison, the winner of this game, will play that team next week. McBain currently leads Harrison at late in the first quarter, 8-0. Heyden Anderson in the shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers on each side. Cameron Swales out to his left. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left. Anderson moves up in the pocket. Now he's running out of space, and he is sacked for a loss at the 25-yard line. And Anderson hasn't been able to move the ball with his feet as much as he was hoping for, but a credit to this defensive line for really closing the gaps, and that has taken away one of the biggest parts of this offense is when Heyden Anderson can break loose out of the pocket. So 3rd and 22 at the 25 coming up. 20-0 lead for North Muskegon with about 32 seconds remaining here in this game. Well, not in this game, this first quarter. Seconds now as they're taking their time getting the play call. 2 wide receivers on each side now for Heyden Anderson. Cameron Swales to his left. Anderson motioning Brendan Madison left to right. Anderson looking right. He's going to throw a deep ball down the right sideline. Lucas Johnson jumps for it, and it's over his head. Incomplete pass with 5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 4th and 22 will coming up here. And this Evart offense, after that false start penalty, it has really killed any momentum that they might have had starting to build. Rough start to this game. And looking like they're going to punt it away. Dryson Derscheid is the punter here. Anderson will snap it for Derscheid, and we got some flags coming in. And the ball will be marched back another 5. So it'll be 4th and 27 at the 20 now coming up. Derscheid. You can see a lot of the frustration from the leaders on this team here at the end of the first quarter nearing. Snap, punt. Derscheid gets it to bout right in front of the 50. And it'll take a couple friendly yards for Evart, and the ball will be touched at the, let's say 47-yard line, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. North Muskegon leads at 20-0 over Evart. We're going to take a 60-second break. We'll come back while at the start of the second quarter. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Your hometown, family-owned propane company, QB Propane, would like to thank their customers for supporting them for several years. Sacrifice, resilience, and teamwork are all part of what makes tonight's Evart High School football game so exciting. Supporting local first is what QB Propane is known for. Propane by the tank or prompt service and delivery. Call QB Propane to find out more or to set up service. 989-544-2188. QB Propane.
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes, an action-packed arcade, food and spirits with a smashing new experience coming soon. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10, find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center.
Fresh 12 coming up here as we're in the halfway part of the first half. 20-0, North Muskegon leads it. It's been all North Muskegon, just one first down here for Evart to start this game. As we'll flip the field, North Muskegon will now be going right to left. First and 10 at the 47, and they'll look to get the scoring going here in the second quarter. This Evart defense, if they want to have at least a chance to stick around in this game, they're going to have to try and get a stop here. The field position, not the greatest. Bryce Colbert will be in the backfield. A couple of running backs to him. One receiver out to the left, two out to the right. Colbert snaps the ball, hands it off to his back, who tries to run it towards the left outside. Got nothing but green grass across the 40. Stiff arms a man and steps out of bounds just in front of the 45. And Dreisen Derscheid slow to get up after the play. They're going to mark him at the 36-yard line. First and 10 now for North Muskegon. North Muskegon just running all over the place here for Evart. Not a whole lot of anything for Evart so far. Colbert will be all by himself. Trips left for North Muskegon, one out to the right, motioning one of his wide receivers left to right. Two wide receivers now motioning another one left to right, and he'll do it on an end around here, and he runs it across the 30, 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown North Muskegon. And they continue to pile it on here, 26-0 here with 11:25 to play. Boy, it is North Muskegon making it look like they're playing somebody on rookie mode on Madden right now. Not looking good. 11:25 here. Just the second play of the quarter. So 26-0 now. Owen Booth will line it up here for the kick. Ball snap, ball down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 27-0, 11:25 to play here in the second quarter. We're going to take a 60-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Happiness is ice cream, and ice cream is happiness. So it only makes sense that the Evart Dairy Whip is Evert's happy place. Love soft serve? Come be happy. Prefer a hand-dipped Sunday Wizard? It's happy. Plus hamburgers, salads, wraps, and coney dogs topped with national chili. When you need a dose of happy, come to the Evart Dairy Whip and leave with a smile. Open 10 till 9 all week. 7th Street in Evart. Happy to support the Wildcats.
11:25 to play here in the second quarter. 27-0 lead for North Muskegon. Owen Booth getting ready to kick it away here. And, well, for Evart, they're teetering on the brink of just ugliness here, if it isn't already. Booth kicks this one deep down the field. Great kick as it's received right around the 5. And they're going to try to run it towards the right side. Makes a couple defenders miss, and he's tackled in front of the 20. And ball will be spotted right around the, we're going to say 19-yard line. Noah Vanderlyn on the return. Probably should have just let that ball bounce into the end zone, as the way that ball is. Owen Booth with a leg. I thought Dreisen Derscheid was a great kicker. Owen Booth making it look good. So 11-18, first and 10 at the 19 here in the second quarter. And Heyden Anderson trying to get a couple of first downs now here in this drive. 2 wide receivers on each side. Anderson all by his lonesome in the backfield. Anderson motioning his tight end right to left. That's Bryson Dershide. Anderson motioning Cameron Swales left to right from the receiver position. Anderson looking right, now looking left. He's going to scramble, and he'll keep it. He'll lower his shoulder, and he is brought down just beyond the 25. Officially the 26, it looks like. So it'll be second and about 3 or 4 coming up here. Left to right for Evart. Goes down the field. 10:56 to play. North Muskegon has just completely owned Evart here on the first 15 minutes of this game. Heyden Anderson all by himself again in the backfield. Trips left, 1 receiver out, or 2 receivers out to the right. Anderson motioning his receiver left to right. Fakes it off to his receiver. He's looking left. Throws a little bit of a low throw, and it's almost picked off by one of the defensive linemen there for North Muskegon. And it's going to be 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Wildcats. Round 1 of the MHSAA playoffs. North Muskegon Evart. 27-0 lead for North Muskegon with 10:27 to play in the second quarter. Some score updates from Everett's neck of the woods. McBain currently leading Harrison 8-0. Mount Pleasant over Cadillac 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Winner of this game plays McBain Harrison. Heyden Anderson in the backfield. Swales back there with him. Anderson snaps the ball, and what do we got? Got some whistles. And nothing called yet. I'm going to guess it was a timeout. And we're going to get an official's timeout here on 3rd and 2. So I guess now we'll reset the ball. 10:26, 3rd and 2. Now we're ready to go. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales in the backfield with Heyden Anderson. Heyden Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left over the middle. Throws a screen play to Swales. And across the 30, at 35, and still on his feet. 50, cuts over to the right at the 45, and brought to the ground. A big pickup for Cameron Swales. And that is the biggest pickup of the night for Evart as they finally flip the field for the first time tonight. Fresh 1st and 10 coming up for the Wildcats at the 44-yard line. 10 to go here in the second quarter as they are desperately needing to find the end zone here. Anderson in the backfield snaps the ball. He's looking left. In this pocket, throws left. He's got his man. Tries to spin out of some danger as Dershide. I believe they'll mark him down at the 40. So it'll be 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Wildcats now. And 2nd and 6 correction. It was just a screen pass that got the ball moving for the Wildcats. Haven't connected on any deep balls in what feels like for the first time all season. That's where they get a lot of their offense rolling. Anderson in the shotgun. He'll snap the ball. He's looking left. He'll throw over the left, and it's almost picked off right to the hands of the secondary there for North Muskegon. Right in the hands of Jaden Villapando, and he dropped it. So 3rd and 6 coming up at the 40 for Evart. 9:20 to play. Evart desperately needing to convert here. I don't know. I feel like you're at the point where I think it would be okay to start going on 4th down conversions here. Just the way the North Muskegon's offense has been rolling. Heyden Anderson in the shotgun. He motions his receiver left to right, fakes it off to his receiver. Another screen pass, this time to Dershide, and he drops it, and he'll pick it back up, gets across the 40 and down just in front of the first down marker. So it should be about 4th and 2 or 3 coming up. It should be 4th and 3, and I would be going for it here if I'm Ben Bryant in the Wildcats. Looks like they are. Tried to go back to the screen pass. And Dershide, if he didn't drop it, he might have had a pretty good chance of trying to pick up a fresh set of downs. So 4th and 3 coming up here for the Wildcats. Their first time trying to go for it on 4th down. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales in the backfield to his right. Anderson just trying to make sure everything's right. Now we're going to get a timeout coming in from the Evart sidelines. 8:32 to go. 4th and 3 coming up for the Wildcats. 27-0 lead for North Muskegon. We're going to take a 30-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Yep, I bet they could do that. RCB Contracting. From septic systems to professional excavating services, both residential and commercial, RCB Contracting is local. RCB Contracting is reliable. RCB Contracting is dependable. RCB Contracting supports local Evart athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Call 231-846-0800. RCB Contracting, your excavating pros and winter plow experts.
Welcome back here on B103.9. 8:32 to play here in the second quarter. 27-0 lead for the Norsemen of North Muskegon. Off the shores of Muskegon Lake. Nice skies here on this beautiful November evening. It's crazy that it's November already, but it's playoff time, and Evart desperately looking to try to find a way. It's a big pivotal 4th down conversion coming up, or try rather. 2 receivers on the right, 1 out to the left. Swills in the backfield alongside of Aiden Anderson as he motions out to the right. Now 3 receivers on the right side. Anderson all by himself. Snaps the ball. Kind of rolls out to the right. He'll move up in the pocket. Cuts open, and he is going to be tackled by a group of Norsemen at the 40, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Wildcats. And Aiden Anderson really trying to get the ball moving. Really trying to get the ball moving with his feet, but they just cannot find any answers. But, I mean, you got to talk about how incredible this defense for North Muskegon has been all year long. They have given up a total of 73 points all season long. That's 9 games where they've given up just 73 points. And right now they got a shutout going here with 8:22 left to go in the second quarter. Got a chance to try to make it a 5-score lead now. End around, they'll throw it out to the right side, and he is tackled perhaps behind the line of scrimmage, or maybe he got enough back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming up at the 40. As North Muskegon's high-powered offense in full gear here. Again, the winner of this game will take on the winner of McBain and Harrison. 14-6 lead for McBain now in the second quarter over there. Colbert switching things up at the line. He's got a running back to his right. 2 receivers out to the right as well. Colbert steps back in the pocket. He'll throw over towards the right side across the 45, and is brought down at the 50, almost pretty much leveled. And it'll be, I'm sure, 3rd and inches here coming up here for the 3rd and 1 correction for the Norsemen. Evart faced a couple of 3rd and short situations last week. Had just 1 stop on 3rd and short. Let's see what they can do here, as they're desperately trying to find a way to get back into this game, but right now looking very slim for them. Colbert snaps the ball, throw it quickly out to his left, and he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, North Muskegon. TJ Evart said bye-bye, and it's 33-0. 6:48 to play here in the second quarter. And man, oh man, this Evart defense just has no answer right now. I don't know what you can do at this point. The first 3rd down situation of the game, and North Muskegon takes it to the house. And Owen Booth now will line up for the extra point attempt here, trying to make it 34-0 with 6:48 to play. Ball is snapped. Ball is down. The kick is up. Kick is good. 34-0. 6:48 to play here in the first half. We'll take a 60-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to B103.9.
Transform your space with Extremely Clean, your go-to for impeccable interior room painting projects. Schedule your room before the fall rush with a keen eye for detail and a commitment to excellence. The team at Extremely Clean will bring your vision to life. Don't miss the opportunity for a fresh, vibrant new look. Call 231-408-5943 to schedule your quote today. Extremely Clean, where you say it, we spray it.
Your hometown, family-owned propane company, QB Propane, would like to thank their customers for supporting them for several years. Sacrifice, resilience, and teamwork are all part of what makes tonight's Evart High School football game so exciting. Supporting local first is what QB Propane is known for. Propane by the tank or prompt service and delivery. Call QB Propane to find out more or to set up service. 989-544-2188. QB Propane.
6:48 to play here in the first half. 34-0 lead for North Muskegon as they get ready to kick it away. And Evart right now is trying to find a answer somehow. I think just trying to find the end zone or maybe getting into the red zone would be a good start. Here's Owen Booth as he kicks this one down the field, and it's received by Brendan Magnuson right around the 20. He's going to find a spot down the sideline, or he's pushed out of bounds at the 35, so it'll be 1st and 10 coming up right there. And now Heyden Anderson had the ball moving a couple times, had a 4th-3 situation in their last offensive drive, and just Heyden Anderson trying to get it done with his feet, has not been able to do that at all tonight. We'll see what he's got in store here this drive. A couple of receivers, I believe it's trips left, one receiver out to the right, and a running back to his left. It's Cameron Swales. Lucas Johnson, the lone man, out to his right. Heyden Anderson, Swales to his left, motioning Swales out to the left. So now 4 wide receivers out to the left side, just one on the right. Anderson snaps the ball, screen pass out to the right, and it's behind the back. They throw a deep ball down the sideline. Lucas Johnson, and there it comes in a flag as Lucas Johnson was whipped to the ground during the pass, and that was a clear and a wild pass interference, and that is the biggest amount of yards that Evart has gotten on one play here tonight. .636 as they try to sort it out, but so believe as they still try to sort it out. I think the ball is going to be placed at the 45-yard line now. Yep, it is. 1st and 10 now. So they threw it behind they threw it a backwards lateral to Derscheid, who tried to throw a deep ball down the field to Lucas Johnson. Trying to get trick plays to get things going. Anderson snaps the ball, handed off to Derscheid on a jet sweep across the 45 and down in front of the 50-yard line, and picked up about 4 yards on the play. So it should be 2nd and 6 coming up here at the 49-yard line. 6:20 to play here in the second quarter. Heyden Anderson in the backfield once again. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales joining him once again. Anderson snaps the ball, throws to the right. It's Lucas Johnson, and he catches it diving across the first down marker. Yep, and that'll be a new fresh set of downs for Evart. Their 2nd fresh set of downs of the game, or all correction, of the drive. The most they've had in one drive. It's just been the type of game it's been here tonight for Evart. Because now they're in their side of the field for once. And Anderson all by himself. Motioning Cameron Swales, a receiver. 3 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Actually, 1 motions right to left, and Magnuson on the pass, and they're going to throw a deep ball down the sideline, and it is almost picked off as it's tipped away, and a 2nd and 10 coming up here for North Muskegon. 5:35 to play. So they're really trying to get those trick plays working for them here tonight, and it is not quite gone the way they maybe written up. But once again, this defense from North Muskegon has just been stellar here tonight. There's no doubt about that. Anderson trips left, 1 receiver out to the right, swales to his right as well. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left, and he'll throw over towards the middle, and it had it in the hands of Noah Vanderlyn, and he dropped it. A little bit behind him, though, so can't fully put the blame on him. It's 3rd and 10 coming up now for Evart, with 5:31 to play. You see an empty backfield again here for Heyden Anderson. Trips right, 1 receiver out to the left. Motioning his receiver right to left. Anderson fakes it, and he'll throw a dump pass out to Dershide, who maybe picks up a yard or 2 and is pushed out of bounds at about the 40. So it'll be 4th and long coming up here for the Wildcats. 5:15 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Clock continuing to wind down. With 1 more score from North Muskegon in the 2nd half, it'll be a continuous clock. We saw something very similar in the Beale City game, and what was a 51-6 loss for Evart. Here we go. Heyden Anderson with Cameron Swales in the backfield here on this 4th and 8 at the 41. 3 receivers on the left side, 2 on the right. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left, over the middle, moves up in the pocket. He's going to throw a deep ball over on the left side, and he falls incomplete. Noah Vanderlyn on the intended target, and it'll be another turnover on downs for the Wildcats here with 4:31 to play in the 2nd quarter. North Muskegon making it look super easy out there right now. And a tough look here for Evart here on the first round of the playoffs. Definitely not how you had scripted this one up after a great season. Still a whole lot half to play, but it's looking slim. Colbert snaps it, hands it off on the end around, and runs it down the sideline across the 50, cuts back to the right, slips, and is level right in front of the 40. And it'll be a fresh set of downs coming up here for North Muskegon. Landon Grimm on the carry, but flag coming in, so it'll be coming back after the hold. 4:22. (34-0) here. 1st and 20 coming up, though, for North Muskegon. 34-0 North Muskegon lead, that is. This North Muskegon team has looked a lot bigger, a lot stronger than Evart. So Colbert snaps the ball, pulls it from the man, and pitches it out to the right on the option. He runs it and gets it across the 40 and pushed down just in front of the 45. Colin Bartos that time on the run. And this North Muskegon team, a lot of the tape shows that they pass the ball a ton, but they are definitely exposing the weaknesses of this Evart. Are definitely exposing the weaknesses of this Evart defense. 3:46 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Colbert snaps the ball. and throws over the middle. He's got his man caught, and he will take it to the house. 10-5, touchdown North Muskegon. TJ Evart takes it to the house and will make it 40-0 here late in the second quarter with 3:31 to play. And I already said that it was getting pretty ugly, and it just continues to pile on here in the first half. A very similar game happening in McBain and Harrison. McBain up 35-6 in the second quarter. Again, the winner of that game will play the winner of this game. Right now it's looking like it'll be North Muskegon and McBain here next weekend. So Owen Booth will line up now for the extra point. Ball is snapped, high snap. They're going to fake it here. And he misses a couple defenders, and now he runs pretty much 30 yards back, and he'll take it into the end zone to make it 42-0. Oh boy. Looking ugly for this Evart team, and they got to keep their heads up at this point. I know it's looking pretty much impossible at this point, but they gotta figure a little something out. We're going to take a 60-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on WBZX Big Rapids.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
3:30 to play here in the first half. 42-0. North Muskegon leads. Owen Booth will kick this one away. A bit of a pooch kick here. It'll be bounced right in front of the 30. It'll be picked up by one of the Wildcats, and it'll be pushed out of bounds in between the 40 and 35. And it'll be 1st and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. And for them, I'm sure they'd just love to put some points up on the board heading into the locker room. Almost feeling like it's out of reach at this point in the game. I don't want to wait the white flag too early. A lot can happen, but with the continuous clock going to be in effect here starting in the second half, it almost makes it impossible because the clock doesn't stop unless somebody calls a timeout or there's an injury. Anderson in the backfield now, 2 wide receivers on each side. He'll snap the ball, he'll hand it off to Swales. He runs it towards the left side. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but makes his way, maybe picked up a yard. The 2nd and 9 coming up here for the Wildcats. Mount Pleasant leading Cadillac at halftime, 21-15. Again, McBain leading Harrison, 35-6. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right and then left, throws a little bit low. Don't know why he threw that. It was almost triple coverage there. 3rd and 9 coming up now. 2:55 to play here in the first half, and this offense is not looking great. Two wide receivers on each side once again for Heyden Anderson. Cameron Swales now. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left. Now he has to look right. Now he has to move. Evades some pressure. He'll throw it over towards the left side, and it falls just short of a Norseman that was there to pick off the ball. So it'll be 4th and 9 coming up now for the Wildcats. .246 to play here in the first half. Looking like the Wildcats are going to go for it. And at this point, it's not going to hurt because it's what it has felt like with North Muskegon's offense is they just run one play and they find the end zone. Or at least under 5 plays. Heyden Anderson snapping the ball, trips right. He snaps it. He's looking right, now left. He'll throw a deep ball down the left sideline. Got a man wide open. It's caught at the 30, 20, 15, and pushed out of bounds right about the 10. So biggest non-penalty offensive play for Evart. Noah Vanderlyn. Evart finally flipping the field here with 2:39 left to play. And the Wildcats find themselves in the red zone for the first time tonight. So now they're waiting for the play call for coming in from the sideline as the clock continues to roll. And now the timeout will come in from the sideline. 2:20 to play here of the first half. 42-0 lead for North Muskegon. Evart, though, in the red zone for the first time tonight. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll have more. Listen to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Happiness is ice cream, and ice cream is happiness. So it only makes sense that the Evart Dairy Whip is Evert's happy place. Love soft serve? Come be happy. Prefer a hand-dipped Sunday Wizard? It's happy. Plus hamburgers, salads, wraps, and coney dogs topped with national chili. When you need a dose of happy, come to the Evart Dairy Whip and leave with a smile. Open 10 till 9 all week. 7th Street in Evart. Happy to support the Wildcats.
2:20 to play here in the first half. 42-0 lead for North Muskegon. Evart with the ball at the 19. 1st and 10. First chance in the red zone of the night for them. See what they can do. Empty backfield for Heyden Anderson. 2 wide receivers on the left. Trips right. Motioning his receivers left to right. He'll hand it off to his receiver, and their flag comes in. And there's a false start for Evart. Any plus drive for Evart so far tonight has been killed by the false start. As it looked like they were dialing up another trick play. As now they've marched the ball back a little bit. 1st and 15 now at the 24. Heyden Anderson now. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales to his right. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right, now left. And he'll throw to left to Lucas Johnson. And he'll try to run it down the sideline. And he's tackled. Picks up maybe about 10 yards or so. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up here now for the Wildcats with 1:45 to play here in the second quarter. Again, running clock will be enacted here. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking left. He'll throw a fader into the end zone. It's Lucas Johnson as he tries to jump up for it. And it'll be tipped down out of bounds. And 3rd and 7 coming up now at the 14 for the Wildcats. 1:28 to play. Evart desperately needing to find the end zone, but just because they're up 42-0, North Muskegon is not going to make that very easy for them. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales in the backfield. Anderson snaps the ball. Anderson on a screen pass to Swales. Swales going to have to turn this into something, and he's tackled and met behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 2, and it's going to be 4th down coming up here. And while the only plus play that Evart felt like they might have had in their book, it looks like North Muskegon found an answer. So 4th and 5 coming up here. And I got some confusion here. No official timeout called, but Evart huddling around their head coaches with 40 seconds to go. 4th and 5 again, and now we're going to get a timeout. on Evart. That'll be their third and final timeout of the half. We're going to take one last 30-second timeout here. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Yep, I bet they could do that. RCB Contracting. From septic systems to professional excavating services, both residential and commercial, RCB Contracting is local. RCB Contracting is reliable. RCB Contracting is dependable. RCB Contracting supports local Evart athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Call 231-846-0800. RCB Contracting, your excavating pros and winter plow experts.
36 seconds remaining here in the first half. Evart with the ball at the 13, 4th and 5 in the red zone as they try to find the end zone for the first time here this half, as North Muskegon's defense has just stifled this Evart offense. So it'll be a 2 wide receiver on each side look for Evart. The running back in the backfield, that's Cameron Swales, Heyden Anderson. Heyden Anderson all by himself now after the motion. Anderson looking left. He'll throw left, and his ball is tipped away. And another turnover on downs for the Wildcats with 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. So another stop for this North Muskegon team as they continue to run a train through Evart. Evart sure was hoping to find the end zone where they then would get the ball back at the start of the second half. But this North Muskegon team won't stop for nobody. So 1st and 10 now for North Muskegon. The ball at the 13. Colbert snaps the ball, and he'll hand it off to his back, who runs it towards the left side, breaking a couple defenders, and he's got one more to miss, and he's got nothing but green grass in front of him. 30, 25-10, 15-5, touchdown, North Muskegon. 48-0. They lead it after going 87 yards to the house. Landon Grimm broke a couple of defenders. And at this point, there's a good chance they might break some sort of scoring record here in the MHSAA. Playoffs, anyway. 17 seconds. 17 seconds to go, and now Owen Booth will line up here for the extra point attempt here. And I don't know. I'm not quite sure what you say in the locker room at halftime here if you're Ben Bryant. Kick is up. Kick is perfect. And it'll bring the score to 49-0. We thought we'd take one more timeout. We're going to take one more. We'll make it 30 seconds again. 49-0, North Muskegon leads it. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes, an action-packed arcade, food and spirits with a smashing new experience coming soon. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10, find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center.
17 seconds to play here in the first half. 49-0 lead for the Wildcats. And it's just been one of those kind of nights. It's getting ugly, and you never like blowouts in high school football games unless you're the team doing the blowout. But I mean, you just got to hope nobody lets up on what they're doing and they're still playing 100%, at least the team that's getting blown out. So in this case, Evart. And this is not the way you wanted your first round of the playoffs to go. One play, 87 yards to the house. Landon Grimms for the Norsemen. Owen Booth kicks this one away. And it'll be caught right around the 20 And now they'll try to flip it to the other side, and that's pretty much where it's going to stall out, is right about the 20. 12 seconds to go here on the play clock, and we'll see what they decide to do, but I don't know. See if they try to just see if they can come up with a deep ball here, if they'll just knee it and take it to the locker room. It'll be a trip to the left look here for Heyden Anderson and the Wildcats. Two wide receivers out to the left, two out to the right. Swales in the backfield. 12 seconds to play here in the second quarter. First and 10 at the 21. Left to right go the Wildcats. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right. He'll throw it right. Brendan Magnuson is there, and he tries to cut in, and he gets tackled before he can get out of bounds at the 29, and that will take us to the end of the first half, where the North Muskegon Norsemen lead at 49-0 over the Evart Wildcats. It's going to be a long halftime for the Wildcats as they try to find out some way to at least make it competitive here in the second half. Well, we got MHSAA halftime show coming up. We'll come back to you in about 15 minutes or so for the second half. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9. Once again, 49-0. North Muskegon leads it. B103.9.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing, where roofing meets community.
Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Hometown store fixtures are as close as 11071 US 10 in Evart. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures not only helps with on-site store liquidations, they have store fixtures like used Lozier shelving, true self-contained coolers and freezers, and they provide delivery and installation, plus sell walk-in coolers and teardrop pallet racking. Supporting the local Evart community for years, both for local stores and the Evart football team. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures is a proud local supporter of the Evart football game broadcasts. Go Wildcats!
Just like the Wildcats team, we know that hard work, dedication, and a little hometown pride can achieve amazing things. Ice Mountain is cheering on the Wildcats as they take the field tonight, and we invite you to join us in showing your support. At Ice Mountain, we're more than just a business. We are part of this community, and together, we win. Let's make some noise for the Wildcats.
It takes knowledge and expertise to drill a well, and that's why folks around here trust Waldron Drilling, a fourth-generation, family-owned business since the 1930s. Waldron Drilling can drill from 4-inch up to 24-inch wells, offering free estimates for new installations. Voted Osceola County's favorite well driller for the past 5 years. Quality, customer satisfaction, safety, and honest work. That's the Waldron way. Waldron Well Drilling of Evart at waldrondrilling.com or call 231-734-5168.
Neptune's Ice Cream Shop in downtown Evart carries premium hand-dipped ice cream. With indoor seating, choose a single flavor or go wild for their waffle nachos or flights with 3 to 5 flavors of ice cream. They also offer mini donuts, milkshakes, and $5 to $12 lunch specials with wraps, tacos, sliders, chili, and dogs. Downtown Evart, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop.
Transform your space with Extremely Clean, your go-to for impeccable interior room painting projects. Schedule your room before the fall rush with a keen eye for detail and a commitment to excellence. The team at Extremely Clean will bring your vision to life. Don't miss the opportunity for a fresh, vibrant new look. Call 231-408-5943 to schedule your quote today. Extremely Clean, where you say it, we spray it.
Hey, Northern Michigan. Rich Smulligan here from the Ina store in beautiful downtown Ina. Fall is particularly beautiful here in Ina, but we all know what follows it. Right now, it's time to prepare for all that snow with a new Boss snowplow for your truck or utility vehicle. You'll be ready to restore order to your driveway or parking lot with a new Michigan-made Boss snowplow. Call us today at the Ina store, your Cadillac area Boss plow dealer, for a great preseason deal before winter hits.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Evart football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical, day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
Sir Heating and Air Conditioning cares about your peace of mind, and a Generac home standby generator will provide just that. One of the most frustrating and perhaps life-threatening events to happen to you and your family is loss of power. Maybe a few minutes, maybe a week or more. But take comfort that your Generac automatic home generator is always ready to provide all the power you need so that life goes on uninterrupted. And now Generac is adding 7 years to their usual 3-year warranty. That means 10 years of service as part of your generator purchase. Call Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, your Generac experts, at 989-598-0534. Rest easy with a Generac home standby generator at the ready from family-owned and operated Sir Heating and Air Conditioning in Remus, 989-598-0534.
288 schools start their march to a football championship, while 4 are crowned champions on the tennis court. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Do you remember the last time Rockford missed the MHSAA football playoffs? The Rams have played in every postseason since missing in 1994. They qualify for a 29th straight time this year, the longest streak in history. The pairings were set on Sunday, and 256 teams in 11-player and 32 more in 8-player found out who they would have to beat to earn a spot in the second round. Now, besides Rockford, a couple of other teams extended long streaks. Crystal Falls Forest Park qualified for a 27th straight time, Jackson Lumen Christi for a 26th straight time, and Macomb Dakota for a 23rd straight time. Muskegon, who had the 5th longest streak going, failed to make the playoffs this year. So not only is their streak over, but that means Division II will have a new champion this year, as the Big Reds were the defending champs. There's going to be a new champ in Division I this year as well. Last year's champ, Southfield A&T, did not qualify for the playoffs and won't be back to defend its title. Division VII is going to see a new champion as well. Last year's champ, Jackson Lumen Christi, is now in Division VI. Everyone else who won a title last year is back in the same division this year, eager to hoist the trophy a second straight time. To see all the pairings, brackets, and scores once games kick off on Friday, visit MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Crystal Falls Forest Park Volleyball. They knocked off Bark River Harris in straight sets to win a 3rd straight Skyline Central Conference title. Grand Rapids Forest Hills Northern's Bo Lincoln, his shootout goal over Fruitport, propelled the Huskies to the state semifinals. And the Goodrich girls cross country team, they placed all 7 of their runners in the top 15 at regionals. Next up, the finals at MIS.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skill certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We talk a lot about the need for registered officials, but how do you sign up? What does it take to become a referee, umpire, or judge? The steps are simple. Go to MHSAA.com to the Officials tab and identify the sport or sports you are interested in. Next, complete the MHSAA Principles of Officiating and the Officials Guidebook exam. Once you pass the exams, it's time to connect with the locally approved Officials Association. The local associations are the ones that provide the training, whether it's on the court, on the field, on the mats, or video training, to get that person completely immersed in the rules, mechanics, and coverages of what it takes to become a good official.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Catching up with our Lower Peninsula Boys Tennis Championships, There's been a lot of winning for the Shia brothers at Bloomfield Hills. Older brother Pierce won his 4th individual tennis championship, and younger brother Connor captured his 3rd as the Blackhawks won the Division I team title for a 2nd year in a row. In Division II, Forest Hills Northern bested Midland Dow and Birmingham Seaholm to win the team title. The Huskies were runner-up in 2021 and 22 and champs back in 2019 and 2020. In Division III, Ann Arbor Green Hills and Detroit Country Day are co-champs. The two teams both earned 32 points. It's the first shared title in Division III since Petoskey and Bloomfield Hills Andover shared the 2002 crown. And in Division IV, Holland Christian got individual titles at 6 of the 8 flights as they rolled to a team title. Maple City Glen Lake was 2nd. For more on all the action from the tennis courts, please check out MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Your hometown, family-owned propane company, QB Propane, would like to thank their customers for supporting them for several years. Sacrifice, resilience, and teamwork are all part of what makes tonight's Evart High School football game so exciting. Supporting local first is what QB Propane is known for. Propane by the tank or prompt service and delivery. Call QB Propane to find out more or to set up service. 989-544-2188. QB Propane.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydroseeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
Happiness is ice cream, and ice cream is happiness. So it only makes sense that the Evart Dairy Whip is Evert's happy place. Love soft serve? Come be happy. Prefer a hand-dipped Sunday Wizard? It's happy. Plus, hamburgers, salads, wraps, and coney dogs topped with national chili. When you need a dose of happy, come to the Evart Dairy Whip and leave with a smile. Open 10 till 9 all week. 7th Street in Evart. Happy to support the Wildcats.
Your friends at Lang Mechanical join all of us in hoping for an Evart football victory. If you want your heating and cooling system to be a winner all year long, get in touch with Lang Mechanical day or night. 231-388-0632. And go Wildcats!
Sir Heating and Air Conditioning cares about your peace of mind, and a Generac home standby generator will provide just that. One of the most frustrating and perhaps life-threatening events to happen to you and your family is loss of power. Maybe a few minutes, maybe a week or more. But take comfort that your Generac automatic home generator is always ready to provide all the power you need so that life goes on uninterrupted. And now Generac is adding 7 years to their usual 3-year warranty. That means 10 years of service as part of your generator purchase. Call Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, your Generac experts, at 989-598-0534. Rest easy with a Generac home standby generator at the ready from family-owned and operated Sir Heating and Air Conditioning in Remus, 989-598-0534. Yep, I bet they could do that. RCB Contracting. From septic systems to professional excavating services, both residential and commercial, RCB Contracting is local. RCB Contracting is reliable. RCB Contracting is dependable. RCB Contracting supports local Evart athletics and wants to wish the Wildcats the best of luck in tonight's game. Teamwork makes the dream work. Call 231-846-0800. RCB Contracting, your excavating pros and winter plow experts.
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes, an action-packed arcade, food and spirits with a smashing new experience coming soon. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10, find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing, where roofing meets community.
Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Hometown store fixtures are as close as 11071 US 10 in Evart. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures not only helps with on-site store liquidations, they have store fixtures like used Lozier shelving, true self-contained coolers and freezers, and they provide delivery and installation, plus sell walk-in coolers and teardrop pallet racking. Supporting the local Evart community for years, both for local stores and the Evart football team. Miller Liquidators and Store Fixtures is a proud local supporter of the Evart football game broadcasts. Go Wildcats!
Just like the Wildcats team, we know that hard work, dedication, and a little hometown pride can achieve amazing things. Ice Mountain is cheering on the Wildcats as they take the field tonight, and we invite you to join us in showing your support. At Ice Mountain, we're more than just a business. We are part of this community, and together, we win. Let's make some noise for the Wildcats.
It takes knowledge and expertise to drill a well, and that's why folks around here trust Waldron Drilling, a fourth-generation, family-owned business since the 1930s. Waldron Drilling can drill from 4-inch up to 24-inch wells, offering free estimates for new installations. Voted Osceola County's favorite well driller for the past 5 years. Quality, customer satisfaction, safety, and honest work. That's the Waldron way. Waldron Well Drilling of Evart at waldrondrilling.com or call 231-734-5168.
Neptune's Ice Cream Shop in downtown Evart carries premium hand-dipped ice cream. With indoor seating, choose a single flavor or go wild for their waffle nachos or flights with 3 to 5 flavors of ice cream. They also offer mini donuts, milkshakes, and $5 to $12 lunch specials with wraps, tacos, sliders, chili, and dogs. Downtown Evart, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop.
Transform your space with Extremely Clean, your go-to for impeccable interior room painting projects. Schedule your room before the fall rush with a keen eye for detail and a commitment to excellence. The team at Extremely Clean will bring your vision to life. Don't miss the opportunity for a fresh, vibrant new look. Call 231-408-5943 to schedule your quote today. Extremely Clean, where you say it, we spray it.
Hey, Northern Michigan. Rich Smallagin here from the Ina store in beautiful downtown Ina. Fall is particularly beautiful here in Ina, but we all know what follows it. Right now, it's time to prepare for all that snow with a new Boss snowplow for your truck or utility vehicle. You'll be ready to restore order to your driveway or parking lot with a new Michigan-made Boss snowplow. Call us today at the Ina store, your Cadillac area Boss plow dealer, for a great preseason deal before winter hits.
Well, welcome back here on B103.9. It's just got about a little under a minute till we get ready to go here in the second half. 49-0 lead for North Muskegon. It's been all North Muskegon up to this point. It'll be a continuous running clock. One more point for North Muskegon, and it'll be a continuous running clock no matter what. Well, the broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and WBZX Big Rapids. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and WBZX Big Rapids. Once again, 49-0 North Muskegon lead. Evart will get the ball to start the second half, and, well, it's looking very unlikely at this point in the game, but it's also one of those that you're kind of just playing for the name on the front of your chest at this point, and you're just hoping nobody gets hurt heading into the off season. It's been a great season for the Wildcats. It's just a tough way to start the playoffs. Sometimes you get lucky and you face a conference opponent, and other times you got to face a team that you haven't faced all year, and, well, this is what you get. And this North Muskegon team made to the regional final last year before they were bounced by Menominee. And this North Muskegon team looking like they're going to make another deep run in this postseason. Most likely against that Menominee team that has had a phenomenal season all year long. So here we go. Owen Booth will kick it away here for the Norsemen, as the Wildcats try to find the end zone for the first time. This kick is beautifully put down by the 15, where it's picked up. Noah Vanderlyn will try to run it down the right sideline across the 20. He's staying right there, and he's pushed down at about the 22-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10, going left or right for the Wildcats. The Wildcats going to have to try to find something. Now, it looks like Brendan Magnuson. Looks like he's okay, but it's kind of looking like he's grabbing at his stomach area. So 1st and 10 now for the Wildcats as they try to find the end zone again. Well, again, I guess for the first time. There's a continuous clock, so it's going to move quickly here in the second half. We saw something similar against Beal City. Anderson snaps the ball, and it's a late halfback draw as he hands it off to Swales, who's trying to get his way across the 20. Maybe picks up a yard, but not really. He gets enough to get back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. It was a delayed handoff by Aiden Anderson. 10:50 to play here in the third quarter. Try to keep you updated as much as possible on the clock. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales to the right of Aiden Anderson. The Anderson low snap. Anderson, a quick throw out to the right to Lucas Johnson, who gets across the 30. And it should be enough for the first down. It is. And a fresh set of downs coming up here for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. $10:20 to go here in the third. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 2 wide receivers on each side. Swales to the left. Motioning Derscheid right to left. And he hands it off to Swales. He makes a defender miss. He tries to go up to the outside. Stays on his feet across the 35 and pushed out of bounds just in front of the 40. It should be 2nd, maybe 5 coming up is what it looks like. 2nd and 4 coming up. Here with the ball placed at the 39. Anderson, 2 wide receivers on each side once again. Swales to his left. Anderson motioning Derscheid right to left. Anderson snaps it, hands it off to Swales. He runs it up to the middle. He's got some space and picks up about 3 yards or so. So it'll be 3rd and 1 situation coming up. And the refs are saying giving him a first down, but everybody, it looked like he was about a yard short. So 9:14 to play here. 9:06 now as the clock continues to run down. .855, Aiden Anderson will be in the backfield. One receiver on each side. Anderson snaps the ball. He's going to roll out to his left. Now he has to cut back in, try to find his way back to the original line of scrimmage, and he is tackled heavily there. And it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up now at the 43 again. .815. Aiden Anderson trips right. 1 receiver out to the left. Swales in the backfield with Aiden Anderson. Anderson trying to get something working here. Anderson snaps the ball. He looks right. And now he's got to move around in the pocket. Now he's got a left. He just throws deep down the left sideline, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. And now we got 3rd and 10 at the 43 coming up here. So 3rd and 10, 7:23 as the clock continues to roll down. Not a whole lot happening here for this Evart offense. Again, continuous clock from here on out unless Evart can bring it down below 35 points, which is not looking very likely with the way this defense in North Muskegon is. Anderson with trips right, motioning as another running back out to the right. He'll throw right. It's Lucas Johnson on a screen pass across the 45 and knocked down at about the 47-yard line. Cuts it maybe in half. That'll be 4th and 6 coming up here for the Wildcats at the 47. 6:40 to play now in the 3rd quarter. Again, 49-0 lead for North Muskegon if you're just tuning in. Heyden Anderson in the backfield. 2 wide receivers on each side. Motioning his receiver right to the left. That's Dersha. Anderson, low snap. Anderson trying to turn this into something. He'll throw it to the left. He's got Brennan Magnuson wide open. He tries to run it towards the sideline and is still on his feet and eventually pushed out of bounds. And it'll be a fresh set of downs coming up here for the Wildcats. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line as they get across the 50 for the first time here in the second half. 5:50 to play now here in the third quarter. Heyden Anderson now. 2 wide receivers on each side. Snaps the ball, looking left. He's got all day in the pocket. Flag comes in. Anderson rolls out to his right, and he's trying to turn this into something. He'll throw it across his body. He's got his man, Lucas Johnson, wide open at the 20, where it's caught and brought down, but the flag comes in. Anderson taking a bit of a late hit. It's kind of slow to come up. We'll see if this one's coming back, and it is. The holding on Evart, and once again, penalties just continuing to kill this Evart team, and it's been 3 weeks in a row now. This Evart team, first couple games of the season, it was pretty rough. It died down. They were playing some clean football throughout most of the weeks, and the last few weeks has just been rough. The refs have been very busy in terms of laundry loads, if you will. 5:18 to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats were moving it, so now it's 1st and 20 now at the other side of the 50 at the 46. Long way to go. Trips right, 1 receiver out to the left, running back in the backfield. That's Cameron Swales for Heyden Anderson. Anderson motioning Swales out to the right. Snaps the ball. He pump fakes out to the right. He's got some pressure on the left side, and he gets tripped up and a sack for loss. And it's going to be 2nd and so very long at the 34-yard line. Second and 31. .430 to play here in the third quarter. Heyden Anderson, now they really got to try to find some things to chunk out of this. Trips right, motioning Cameron Swales out to the right. Anderson looks left, throws a deep ball down the left sideline, and it is incomplete pass just out in front of Noah Vanderlyn. No flags coming in on the play. I think Vanderlyn maybe was looking for something. It wasn't too handsy. I think it was a pretty clean play. But it'll be 3rd and 31 coming up here. Ball's still at the 34. And that's kind of really the only way you're going to get this first down is maybe going deep or maybe getting loose. But getting loose is not very likely against this North Muskegon secondary. They've had their clamps down on this wide receiving core for the Wildcats. 3:30 to play now here in the third quarter. Again, continuous clock because of the 49-0 score. Saw a very similar thing in the home game against Beale City back in the middle of the season. Two wide receivers on each side, running back in the backfield with Aiden Anderson. Anderson motioning Brendan Magnuson right to left. He'll hand it off to Magnuson. It's another flip to his man Noah Vanderland. Vanderland's going to throw it deep down the field to Dryson Derscheid, and it is in his chest, but incomplete. Dryson Derscheid jumped way too early. The ball had hit him about in the gut as it fell incomplete. So 4th and 31 coming up here for the Wildcats. Another trick play. We've seen them really try to work on that throughout the last few weeks, and it just has not been going the way they had hoped. And now Dryson Derscheid is on for the punt on 4th and 31. Dryson Derscheid has been very busy in terms of punting. Typically, he's pretty busy in kicking field goals, but that hasn't been the case tonight. And a high snap. Derscheid is going to have to get rid of this quickly. He does. The ball will take a bounce at the 50, and it's still rolling across the 35 and will stall out at about the 32, 33-yard line. So flips the field, does his job, but the ball lands just about where they needed to get the first down. So North Muskegon offense will take a stroll onto the field with 1:52 to play here in the third quarter. And it's been a lot of explosive plays for North Muskegon as over the last few offensive possessions. Their last offensive possession, it was a 87-yard touchdown to the house. So Bryce Colbert comes onto the field for the first time here in this half. One more point, and no matter what, the clock will not stop. Ball snapped, hands off to the back, and this time wrapped up. About the biggest stop that this Evert's defensive line has gotten, but he will make it to about the 35. So 2nd and 7 coming up now with 1:20 to play in the third. Again, continuous clock because of the score, and it's going to be like that going forward, especially with another score from North Muskegon. Colbert in the shotgun, snaps the ball, hands it off to his back, who tries to run it to the left side, makes a defender miss, lowers his shoulder and plows his way just short of the first down marker. And it'll be 3rd and inches. They're going to give it to him at correction. The officials have been a little bit iffy in terms of spotting the first downs here this half. At least it's on both sides. They can be bad, but as long as they're consistent, that's ultimately all that matters. 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 49-0 lead for North Muskegon. Colbert in the pistol. Colbert snaps the ball, hands it off to the back, runs it towards the right side. He's met at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got his way to the 45-yard line. And this might take us to the end of the third. And it will, as the North Muskegon offense will start to walk off the field. 2-1, and that's the end of the third. North Muskegon 49, Evart 0. We'll have a fresh 12 on the clock to go when we come back. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Your hometown, family-owned propane company, QB Propane, would like to thank their customers for supporting them for several years. Sacrifice, resilience, and teamwork are all part of what makes tonight's Evart High School football game so exciting. Supporting local first is what QB Propane is known for. Propane by the tank or prompt service and delivery. Call QB Propane to find out more or to set up service. 989-544-2188. QB Propane.
Stop in to Northland Area Federal Credit Union in Evart, Reed City, or any of their 17 branches in northern Michigan to find great rates on many different financial products. While banks merge more often than you can keep track of and impose increased fees, Northland is a not-for-profit financial co-op committed to helping you save money. They specialize in small business growth and services. Check them out at northlandcu.com. Northland is federally insured by the NCUA.
Well, a fresh 12 on the clock as Evart enters their final quarter of this 2024 season. North Muskegon with the ball at the 45, going left to right now as the ball flips. 2nd and 8 here coming up for him. Fulbert all by himself kind of as he motions his back out to the left. Motions his receiver right to left, and the ball is fumbled, and Colbert will just dive on it. So it'll bring the ball back to about the 39-yard line. So 3rd and long coming up now for the Norsemen, and well, the Wildcats could potentially get their first stop of this entire game here on 3rd and long. It'll be 4th and 13 at the 40. Or excuse me, 3rd and 14. 3rd and 13. Oy, oy, oy. Colbert by himself, motioning his receiver left to right. He'll hand it off to that receiver on the end around across the 40, and is trying to get wrapped up, and he gets checked as he falls backwards. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 4th and 10 coming up here for North Muskegon. 11:05 to play here in the 4th quarter. North Muskegon showing punt here as Evart hoping to get away with their first defensive stop on this entire game here in the 4th quarter. It was pretty much a bad snap that maybe got him to this point. The ball hasn't snapped yet, but looking likely for them. Noah Vanderlyn will be back deep to receive, and Colbert will punt it away. A beautiful punt. Fair catch signal is on, and it's caught at about the 22-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will set up shop here. So the defense getting their first stop. We'll see what the offense can do here coming up. Taking a look at some of the scores else in playoffs, at least in Division 7. McBain crushing Harrison 49-0 in the 4th quarter. Looking like McBain and North Muskegon will face off here next weekend. McBain will come here. Mount Pleasant leading Cadillac 28-15 in the 4th quarter as well. But that's why you do the playoffs. You try to eliminate the teams, the weak teams, and the good teams move on. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right. He'll throw a deep ball over the right side. It's caught by Noah Vanderlyn, and the ball is fumbled, and it's still not on it, and it looks like Noah Vanderlyn will recover it at about the 38-yard line. The ball was caught at about the 45, and Dryson Derscheid brought it up across the 35 where the ball was tapped out. And Noah Vanderlyn jumped on it around about the 37, but Derscheid is slow to get up right now. Again, 9:28 to go here in the game, and this is what I'm talking about. You just got to hope. That was a football play, but you just got to hope everybody stays healthy here in these type of games. As he gets up, walking off on his own towards the sideline, but the Wildcats will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 38. Correction, it looks like 37. Heyden Anderson, 2 wide receivers on each side. They're trying to find the end zone at least once here this game. Anderson snaps the ball, and all receivers going downfield. Anderson trying to evade some more pressure by the defensive line. Anderson's going to run it down towards the left across the 40, 35, 30, 25, slides and is down at about the 22-yard line. They're going to mark him at the, 22. So it'll be a fresh set of downs and a couple of big plays here for the Wildcats. Never too late to get your offense moving, I suppose, with 8:45 to go. 2 wide receivers on each side now for the Wildcats. Cameron Swales in the backfield. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right. Now he'll scramble a little bit out towards the right. Anderson will throw the ball on the run over the middle, and it is caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Evart. They finally find the end zone. It's looking like Lucas Johnson is caught. And it'll make it 49-6. Don't count them out. With 8:20 left to go here in the game. Never know what could happen in 8 minutes. Now they'll have the extra point here. Looking like it's going to be Bryson Dershide as he looks like he's got a little bit of a limp coming onto the field after coming out. And Dershide with his first kick attempt here of the game. Ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is well good. Probably would have been good from about 20 yards out. Anyway, 49-7. With 8:20 to go here in the fourth quarter, we're going to take a 30-second timeout ourselves. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Worth Landscaping, a second-generation business, has been a proud supporter of Evart Public Schools and all Evart athletics for more than 25 years. Worth Landscaping specializes in irrigation systems, landscape design, hardscapes, hydro-seeding, lawn care, to commercial snow and ice removal in the winter. Contact Josh Worth at 231-349-5693 or Tyler Worth, 231-629-5150. It'll be worth the call. Worth Landscaping.
8:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. 49-7 lead for North Muskegon. Evart finding the end zone. It was an Anderson to Lucas Johnson connection. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their support throughout this season. Worth Landscaping, Sir Heating and Air Conditioning, Ina Store, Evart Dairy Whip, Northland Area Federal Credit Union, and QB Propane. If you want to be a sponsor next year, make sure to call your best friend Jen at 231-796-1103. Again, if you want to be a sponsor next year, call the number 231-796-1103. As Evart, you ready to kick this one away? I'm pretty sure everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to go for an onside kick here. (49-7). Our score. Evart just happy to find the end zone. And it's going to be a squib right into the front line there of North Muskegon. And the clock will continue with 8:15 to go as the offense for North Muskegon takes a walk onto the field. This defense for Evart, it's been tough roads for them here tonight. North Muskegon has just looked a lot bigger and a lot stronger and a lot quicker than anything that they've seen this year. Maybe comparable to Beale City. Well, that's pretty much the closest thing that they've seen tonight. But they're a young team. It's going to be a lot of good football coming up in 2025 for Evart. Wilbert snaps the ball, and he'll hand it off to his back, who runs it down the left side and gets tripped up right in front of the 45-yard line as he gets across the 50. And it'll be 7:19 left to go here in this game. Colbert lining up here. Everett's defense looking to try to find another stop here. Back-to-back stops is what they're looking for as they hand it off to the back and gets it across the 45, then the 40. And it's another fresh set of downs coming up here for the Norsemen. And Lucas Johnson, a bit of a slow to get up. He's been having a rough physical night, that's for sure. He's been getting hit pretty hard throughout the night. Colbert, the backfield, snaps the ball. He'll hand it off to his back, who runs it up the middle and picks up a decent amount of yardage. And, well, Evart pretty much knows that the run is coming, but This North Muskegon running has been just flawless here tonight. And they'll end up having to face McBain next weekend. .5:43 to play here in the game. Colbert snaps the ball. He'll throw it out to the right on a screen pass across the 35. Trying to spin his way around. He gets tackled just in front of the 30. So it'll be third down coming up here for North Muskegon. So 3rd and 3 now coming up at the 31. North Muskegon looking to just continue to try to milk out the rest of this clock, and they'll hand it off to the back who tries to run it up the middle. Everett's defensive line doing a nice job, but I think they fell a little bit short, and they're going to move the chains again. A fresh set of downs coming up here for the Norsemen. 1st and 10 coming up here now at the, looks like it's the 28, 27. Colbert snaps the ball, hands it off to the back, who runs it towards the left side, makes the defenders miss at the 20, cuts back to the right across the 15 and down at about the 10, but there's a flag, and it looks like this one most likely come back here. It looks like it's a false start on, or maybe not. Potential illegal procedure on North Muskegon. Well, some other sponsors that has been so great to us here at B103.9 throughout the season: AJ's Event Center, Big Rapids Roofing, RCB Contracting, Lang Mechanical, Ice Mountain Natural Spring Water, Neptune's Ice Cream Shop, Miller's Liquidators and Store Fixtures, Extremely Clean, and Waldron Well Drilling. 4:25 to play now as the clock starts to wind down again. Colbert snaps the ball, hands it off to his back, who runs it up the middle across the 25. Still on his feet, and he's getting pushed towards the 20, and he'll get brought down right around there. So it'll be 2nd and short coming up here with 4 to play. Second and 2. .329 to play here. Snaps the ball, hands it off to his back up the middle, and 15, and he's still pushing his way in, and did he break the goal line? He did. Touchdown, North Muskegon. As they continue to pile on here late in the 4th quarter, it makes it 55-7 with 3:11 to play. And now North Muskegon will line up for the extra point attempt here. Owen Booth now. He's been really good tonight. Ball is snapped, ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Makes it 56-7. North Muskegon leads it. 11 left to go here in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Evart Wildcats football here on WBZX Big Rapids.
Happiness is ice cream, and ice cream is happiness. So it only makes sense that the Evart Dairy Whip is Evert's happy place. Love soft serve? Come be happy. Prefer a hand-dipped Sunday Wizard? It's happy. Plus hamburgers, salads, wraps, and coney dogs topped with national chili. When you need a dose of happy, come to the Evart Dairy Whip and leave with a smile. Open 10 till 9 all week. 7th Street in Evart. Happy to support the Wildcats.
3:11 left to go here in the fourth quarter of this round one of the MHSAA playoffs. North Muskegon in a comfortable lead of 56-7 as Evart tries to put one more up on the scoreboard, perhaps. We'll see. Will be, I believe it's Bryson Derscheid back deep to return. Excuse me, Noah Vanderlyn. You see a lot of frustration on a lot of these faces for the Evart players, things that we have not seen all season long. Brandon Magnuson will receive it right around the 16-yard line. He'll try to run it down the left sideline and get pushed out of bounds at about the 30. Now some face mask bumping between Magnuson and Grimm. Those two have been butting heads for a good chunk of tonight. 2:53 with the rolling clock now. First and 10 for the Wildcats, and we'll see what they try to do here. Mount Pleasant up 36-15 over Cadillac now in the fourth quarter. And by the time this ball gets snapped, it'll be under 2:30 to go here in the fourth. Heyden Anderson will have trips left, one receiver out to the right. Cameron Swales in the background for him. Anderson motioning his running back out to the right. Now his receiver left to right. Anderson snaps the ball, looking right. And he's got all day in the pocket. And now he's got a late rusher coming in. Anderson decides to pull down with it, lower his head, and gets across the 40. Picks up about 6 yards on the play. He had about all day to throw the ball. Looks like maybe Brandon Magnuson maybe had some space down in the field, but it's pretty much what it's going to be like from here in the final 100 seconds of this game. As North Muskegon in the lead, 56-7. Anderson snaps the ball, looking right, and he'll wind up, throw it deep down the right field, and it is incomplete behind Noah Vanderlyn, who was his intended target. Had double coverage on him down the field. 90 seconds to play here in this 2024 football season for the Evart Wildcats. The Wildcats just try to find the end zone maybe one last time here this season. Heyden Anderson, two wide receivers on each side, motioning Lucas Johnson left to right. Anderson snaps the ball. He's looking right. He'll throw right over the middle, and it's tipped up and incomplete. Threw it with a guy all over. Bryson Derscheid. Under 30 seconds to go here this season. 4th and 2. And it's looking like North Muskegon will play host to the McBain Ramblers, who have had a phenomenal season up to this point. Evart falling about 7 points short of them. One final play for the Evart Wildcats here this season. Anderson snaps the ball. Anderson rolls out to his left. Anderson's got a man coming behind him. He throws over the middle. It's Lucas Johnson, and he's running down the right side. It's at the 40 and stays on his feet, and the time will expire after a big completion. So at the end of this game, North Muskegon will take round one, 56-7. Evart getting demolished here in the round one of the MHSAA playoffs. Once again, Evart losing 56-7. It was pretty much over before it even started, and it was a tough way to go out for this Evart football team. But for Evart, they will finish the season at 6-3 in the regular season, 6-4 including playoffs. So they went 4-3 in the conference play. A couple of losses to Beale City, one to McBain and one to Lake City. Next year, there'll be a little bit more experience coming into next year. That is for sure. And for North Muskegon, they'll be facing McBain next year. And North Muskegon continues their phenomenal season, going 8-1 on the year. And they'll improve to 9-1. And they'll have McBain. And if they move on to McBain, they'll be the district champs. And then they'll move on to the regional finals. Once again, 56-7. North Muskegon leads it here at the end of round 1 playoffs. Well, for everybody at B103.9, it's been an honor to call this Evart High School football team. Thank you to everybody at the station. A special shout out to Rich Spicer, the man who made this all possible, set this up, put me in contacts with the wonderful people at WBZX Big Rapids. And until next year, it's been an honor. We'll see you next time. Once again, 56-7 for North Muskegon. They'll be moving on to round 2. Evart dropping the round 1 of the playoffs. You've been listening to Evart Wildcats football here on B103.9.
Step into the excitement at AJ's Event Center in Evart. Swing in for top-notch bowling lanes, an action-packed arcade, food and spirits with a smashing new experience coming soon. Plus, indulge in all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays and Saturdays. Located just 2 miles west of Evart on US 10, find us on Facebook for all the latest updates and specials. Make every moment unforgettable at AJ's Event Center.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're with Big Rapids Roofing, where roofing meets community.
Get ahead of the weather and be prepared for winter.
Don't wait until it's too late. Call us today to book your free estimate appointment.
Whether it's roofing, siding, windows, doors, or gutters, Big Rapids Roofing has got you covered.
Call us today at 231-629-8088.
Again, don't wait. Call us today at 231-629-8088.